Alrighty, there she is.
Hey, hey, hey.
All right, so we can close out the music. Good evening, everybody. Look at all of you popping on. I'm so happy everybody's coming to join.
Happy Tuesday.
I'm just saying hey to everybody. And yes, I got my little drinky drink this evening because I was like, I need to chill. That's why I'm on a little later.
Y'all don't want to bring my habit to the live video now.
You are so welcome to the next one for sure, because I know you'd be scrambling around now. You'd be like, where is it? All right. We all got our vices, right? That is absolutely A-okay. So tonight's episode is all about getting over your pity party. And Britt and I were like gabbing back and forth this week about like all the bullshit we used to sit there and go, oh, woe is me about. And I don't know if you want to start kicking this off or you want me to. All right. Well, let's Britt take the stage.
Yeah, like Shauna was saying, we decided to do the podcast or these live episodes every 2 weeks rather than weekly because we want to bring y'all like smashing content, shit that you can really find bits and pieces that you can take away and apply to your life. And I personally think that if I'm required to come up with content weekly, it might not be as valuable. So us doing this bi-weekly, I think is a great idea. Shauna and I have been, just back and forth on our phones, sending voice memos, talking about our shit past, and we decided that this whole pity party thing is the perfect topic. Absolutely perfect. I know for myself personally, I don't know if you can relate, drop it in the comments. Let me see a hand. I was the person, and I still can be this person who's like super fucking negative, major pessimistic, Debbie Downer, like everything is going to go wrong. Nothing works out for me. I was the girl who would cry on her birthday every year for no fucking reason. Like, it's not like I'm not getting gifts or attention. It's just, that was just me. I'm one of those girls who I have to work extra fucking hard to realize that I'm not stuck in my own problems. So if you can relate, let me know. It's nice to know that I'm not alone. If you're one of those people where it rains and when it rains, it pours and it's always raining and fucking pouring, then you and I are very much alike. So a couple of things that I have discovered through personal development and just working on myself with meditation and health and wellness and all that jazz is that people who are stuck in that fixed mindset, people who are stuck in that like Debbie Downer place you don't want to be, those people, in my opinion, are 100 times more likely to become substance abusers, to become gamblers, to have eating disorders, to have other addictions along those lines, because if you're anything like me, when you are wallowing in your self-pity and poor fucking me, everything is so absolutely fucking terrible, I am going to lean into a bad habit that comforts me. And with me, that's food. So I eat shit and a lot of it. Like, it's absolutely not okay. And I played that role for so fucking long that I didn't even realize I was doing it to myself. I didn't realize that I was locked inside my own mental prison. I was that person who was just fucking waiting for someone to come open the gate to my cell when I, in all actuality, held the keys to that cell. I was the one who was holding myself in that space. And you are too. Regardless if you want to admit it or not, I know this is resonating with the right people at the right time. So if you're in this place, I'm here to tell you that there is a way out and that you can overcome it. And the first step to fixing anything is always recognizing where it is that we are lacking, right? So let this be like your aha moment, the wake me up moment. So I do also want to point out, because I'm looking at my notes, if you see me looking down, something that really needs to be said that I missed on is if you are one of those people who is in your own shit and you're waiting for someone to come fucking save you, you are more than likely a person who is in codependent relationships because you are relying on the people around you to take care of you rather than you taking care of you. So wake the fuck up, because a codependent relationship will get you nowhere. You'll never be happy with the person that you're with because your happiness is always going to depend on them. You've got to take care of you first. Where was I? So going back Now, I want to talk about how I got out of this. And I think this will shed a lot of light on what Shauna and I do outside of just helping women gain confidence. And here we go. Persevere. Did I say it right?
You did it.
I'm telling you, y'all, my fucking vocabulary. That's why I swear so much. For lack of better words, I guess.
It's all good.
I don't even know. Anywho, so with what we do, about 4 years ago, some girl that I knew through friends, seeing that I was trying to take care of my health online. She's seen that I was starting to go to the gym and I was getting a bit healthier, but I was still struggling. And she reached out to me and offered me up these at-home workout programs. And in my head at first, I'm like, fuck that. Like, I don't need that. I'm going to the gym 2 hours a day. I've got my shakes. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm good. I don't need that shit, right? So I totally blew her off at first until I realized that there was something lacking. And for whatever fucking reason, I couldn't stop thinking about this girl asking me to do these at-home programs. At the time, we didn't have this online platform where there's hundreds and thousands of workouts that you can just press play on. It was buy DVDs and workout, okay? So I spent a boatload of money on one pack of DVDs, which, by the way, if you guys are ever interested in talking to us about this, what we do now is way more cost efficient. But I spent a shit ton of money on one pack of DVDs. It was this program called Insanity Max 30, and if you know who Sean T is, somebody tag him in this shit, because he should hear this.
For real.
If anybody knows who Sean T is, you know that if you're going to commit to any of his workouts, you are committing to fucking death. Let's just put that out there. I had no idea at the time, right? I was a gym junkie. I knew what I was doing. Like, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But because I spent so much money on these DVDs, I got them and pressed play on the first workout, couldn't hardly do a single push-up, bawling my eyes out. Like, I remember looking at Lance like, why the fuck did I spend $200 on this? There is no way in hell I'll be able to do it. And I'm going to try to talk about this without getting emotional, because I'm telling you, that man on the other side of the screen changed my fucking life. And if you have done any of these programs, you know this, that these workouts are so much more than just a fucking workout. You're literally, and for me, this is where I was with this. I had to go to a place in my mind of such extreme pain. I had to dig up all of those emotions that were fucking eating me alive day in and day out. All of these negative behaviors, these poor habits that I acquired over the years throughout my fucking self-pity journey. I had to take all of those thoughts and emotions and put them into this 30-minute workout, because if I didn't, I literally would not have the strength to push through. I had to tell myself, you've overcome A, B, and C. You can do 30 more seconds of push-ups. Like, it's that brutal, these workouts. So when I committed to doing this 60-day program, and along with diving into personal development, self-help books, self-help podcasts, I was involved in this community of like these crazy happy-go-lucky fucks that like loved exercise. I didn't understand why they were so in love with exercise, especially if they were doing workouts like this. But needless to say, between the community, the personal development, and me proving to myself over 60 days that I can fucking do this, if I can do these workouts that brought me to my knees in fucking tears, I can overcome anything. If I can lose 35 pounds in 60 days, I can fucking do this. And I'm here to tell you guys that the first step into getting over yourself, really, to getting out of this mental prison, is to make a small commitment. Make one promise to yourself and fucking do it. Do it.
Yes.
Prove to yourself that if you commit to something, you can conquer it. You can overcome it. And once you make that one promise to yourself and you fucking crush it, then you can do it again and again and again and again. And then next thing you know, you're just like fucking on Forbes magazine, right? Or we hope. But like, really, seriously, take the small step today to making a promise to yourself that you're committing to change, and make it happen. Because once you start keeping those promises to yourself, that's when you start to begin to gain confidence and start to believe in your capabilities of being the fucking shit. Other than that, I think that's really all I have. If you want to kind of share your backstory on this.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like I hear everything that Britt is saying, and I feel it deep in my soul, and I can see many of you guys in the comments are feeling it as well. And I will tell you, even from my teenagehood, right off the bat, I was such an angry person. I didn't want a counselor. I didn't want medications. I didn't want help. I just wanted to take things and smash and crash all the time. I didn't want to do anything that was going to benefit me in any way, shape, or form to take me out of those ways, because that's what I grew up with. So I didn't know any better, that there was anything more. I was if you want to call it, quote unquote, victim of my circumstances. That's what I was allowing myself to be, which also led into my adulthood. And I remember after having 3 kids, I felt fat, I was angry, I was anxious, and hated everything about myself, but didn't want to do a damn thing about it. I was smoking half a pack to a pack of cigarettes a day.
Same.
I was drinking on a regular. Now, here's the thing. You guys see, this is one of my things I love and enjoy doing. I'll have a drink here and there, like one a night maybe, but I can drink in moderation. In my early teenage or my late teenage years into my early adulthood, I was binge drinking like a mofo. And I'm telling you right now, obviously, I had a lot of unfortunate things to happen because I allowed that negativity in my mind, that anger that I didn't want to do anything positive about, that to happen. And over the years, I've learned, I remember looking after 6 months after my son and everything, and looking at myself going, well, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I have 3 kids. I want to be more for them. I want to be more for myself. I can't stand who I'm looking at, not only on the exterior, but the interior. I can't stand the person that I'm looking at right now. So how am I supposed to be a role model for 3 other little beings, that my 3 mini-me's, if I cannot even be a freaking role model to myself? Because
I cannot imagine that. I cannot imagine going through those feelings while having children. Like, I'm so glad I overcame that shit before teen came along.
Right. And it's tough, because I will say it wasn't until my late 20s, into my early 30s. It was, I would say, really my early 30s is when I really started growing into me. Like, the person you guys see today, dude, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be 38 fucking years old. And I learned how to be an adult like 7 years ago. Like, really be an adult and take care of myself 7 years ago. And that was 6 months after my son was born. And I realized, what the fuck am I doing? I need to stop smoking. I need to take care of myself. Like, I don't want the path that I grew up with.
When did you quit smoking?
I quit smoking. Let's see. See, I smoked off and on throughout after having my kids. So I would stop for a little bit during the pregnancies, and then we would start back up after the pregnancies. So I would say I've been smoke-free for 5 years.
Awesome. And so we're about the same. Our lungs are about the same health-wise right now.
Exactly. So I know. And it was not until I decided to take my health fucking seriously, it was when I decided to really work in here, because this is our biggest muscle. I will literally preach that every time I turn around. Your mindset, your mind is your biggest damn muscle. You can work out the body all you want to, but if you're not working out this, there's no fucking point. You're going to be negative no matter what. You're going to because you got to really lean into the process. Why everything worked for Britt was because she decided not only to work on her physical, she was working on her mental as well. And the same is for here. For me, I started out with jogging and running. And dude, the fact that we have a fucking program now that is running, literally, I started out with jogging and running. It was my first freaking working out, really, that I loved and enjoyed doing. It was my freedom. I felt free. I felt like I was, I was soaring. And that was what catapulted me into what, we utilize now. And we are, coaches and mentors and helping other people freaking feel badass in their skin as well. And it's a process of working on the mindset. So Brett and I meditate almost every freaking day. Can we feel it when we don't? Oh, hell yeah, we can.
Literally going through that right now.
Exactly. And I was angry this morning, And I was like, no, 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 no. We're going to stop for a moment. We're going to freaking go meditate. We're going to go get the mindset right. Because I knew if I didn't, the old me wants to creep out. And I am like She-Hulk when it comes into that shit. And, you know, I want to break everything in my path. And I don't want that for my kids. I don't want people around me to see that or me to take it out on anybody else because it's not their fault that I have these anger things going on. So I meditated and guess what helped me? Boom, I feel freaking better because I decided to work the mindset.
Can we say one thing on meditation too? Just to interrupt you, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go for it. No, you're fine.
When I feel it on my heart, I feel like it's like God telling me I've got to.
Oh yeah, I'll go for it.
When it comes to meditation, you guys, I'm fairly new to meditation myself. I started meditating October of 2019 after my car accident when I was literally like in the worst shape of my fucking life as far as mental stability goes. And I'm telling you right now, I was really intimidated by meditation because I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know exactly what I was supposed to do. And I could never quiet my mind. And they call it meditation practice for a reason, y'all. This is something that you get better at over time. You practice, your mind gets quieter over time. Close your fucking eyes, lay on your back, put some Delta waves on YouTube, and just let your shit go. Just let all your problems go. Let all your worries go. Focus on your breath. That's what I want you to do when we get off here tonight before you go to sleep. Focus on that. Try to make that a 21-day habit. Just do it for the next 21 days and see how much it changes your fucking life. Take it away.
Amen to that. And I agree. I will tell you right now, when I heard first about meditation, I'm like, fuck that. I don't need meditation. I don't really need somebody telling me what to do. So I have major issues with people telling me what to do. So that's why I became my own boss, because I didn't want to go back out into the work world, friggin', 9 to 5 corporate, friggin' working for somebody else being told what to do. I can't stand. I have friggin' issues with that. But when I decided to just say, screw it, let's give it a shot with creating a better mindset, that helps so damn much because there's so many different types. Like my type of meditation or my type of, calming the mind is different than Brit's. Yes, I'm a Tony Robbins girl and I freaking will pump those arms away because it releases that, whereas it'll cause anxiety for me. And I'm going to tell you though, self-help, I remember when I was in my mid-20s, late 20s, and people are like, yeah, read this book. I'm like, I like reading, but not self-help books. I don't need a fucking self-help book. What do I need it for? So
I didn't even know what it was, dude. When they were like, do personal development, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yes, exactly.
No idea.
What is personal development? I don't understand what you mean. Like, I would see that section and I would steer clear. Now, when I go in the bookstore, I'm hunting that section down. Yep. And it's crazy to think think about where you used to be to the person you are now. And this is for all of you popping on and everything, or whoever's listening to afterwards. Think about the person that you were 5 years ago. I guarantee no matter what it is that you're doing, there's some part of you that's different than that person back then. And what can you do at this point now to further better, to be the person, even better person? Because what you're doing right now is going to create the person 5 years from now. But just realizing that self-help was not a bad thing was like truly insane to me. Like this replaced medications for me. This replaced a lot of fucking, friggin' costly counseling appointments for me. I can literally jot down all my friggin' things that I'm feeling and rewrite down how I want to feel. And I write it every damn day. And it is annoying as fuck, but I do it because I love it. I love what it does for the mind. Now, people want to call me the annoyingly a positive person. Hell yeah. I will annoy the fuck out of you with my positivity.
She
because
will.
That's just who
will.
we are. We are the friggin', we're giving you permission to persevere and overpower those negative freaking minds, that mindset and those thought processes because you deserve to. We became annoyingly positive because it benefits us and it's going to annoy the fuck out of everybody else until it benefits them. And honestly, like, I'm grateful for everybody popping on here. This is only our second episode and everything, but it's like I can see how beneficial this is going to be for so many damn people. Yeah. So
100%. You said that. I got goosebumps. You said that. My hair stood up right when you said that. I'm telling you, if I would have seen something like this 5 years ago, it might have saved me a lot of time.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But the thing
is, share it with the right people. If you're watching and you're thinking
absolutely,
of someone,
yes.
I guarantee someone popped in your head. Yeah, share the shit out of this. Share it to your stories. Hit that little paper airplane. Share it to your stories. Share it to your mom, your brother, your sister, whoever the fuck in your life is struggling.
Amen.
I'm not saying my mom, my sister, or brother need it, but you know, like send that shit out.
Because we want to reach whoever we can, wherever we can. And you know, there's somebody else that needs help. There's somebody that's secretly crying for help. And I only wish that somebody had reached out to me sooner, but you know what? I was placed in this position for a friggin' reason, just like Brett was placed in the position that she was. So I won't say I regret my life and everything before it, because it taught me how to be the person I am today. So I am good from here. I think we got it all out, short and sweet. And I don't know about you. Want to say toodles to everybody?
Toodles!
All right. Peace out, guys. Night.
Have a good night.